Hello, everybody. This is Waldorf,
And this is Statler.
and we're continuing with the Paths of Magic. This time, we're looking at Shamanism.
Shamanism.
Dun, dun, dun. For the 2.0 beta for the Ninth Age rulebook version.
From Infinity and Beyond.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Shamanism. Shamanism has an attribute. It's a scarification. Affects the caster, lasts one turn. Melee attacks against the target cannot wound on better than a 5+.
So same as it was before. If you got a fighty guy, you're happy.
If you got a guy that has to be in a combat, this is a nice thing to have.
If you're at all costs, you don't want to be in a combat. You don't really care.
Yes.
Until the turn that you have no choice.
Yeah. The disadvantage of this attribute, of course, is it doesn't stack or anything, so casting multiple spells doesn't help you.
Right.
You know, whether you cast one spell or four, the attribute's the same.
Correct. Unless you forces you to have
don't
multiple
get a
casters to
benefit
get
from
any benefit from it.
Correct.
Brings us to the number one spell, Awaken the Beast. Base casting value is a 5+, boosted is a 7+, range is 18, it's augment, last one turn. The target gains +1 strength and +1 armor penetration, and the boosted version also gains +1 resilience, old toughness.
Okay.
Always was a great spell.
Always a great spell.
Great spell now.
Yep.
It's a lot easier to cast in the cosmetology version.
Five up to get a +1 strength is really good.
Yep.
And +1 toughness is
Even better.
+1 resilience.
Resilience.
Maybe better. Brings us number 2, the Swarm of Insects. You can cast it at 24 inches on a 5, or you can extend it to 48 inches on an 8. It's a hex, it's a missile, it's damage, it's permanent. Immediately after, it's 5d6 strength 1 attacks with AP 0 and magic. If you cause any unsaved wounds, the target suffers -1 to hit in its shooting attacks. The spell is immediately ended when the target performs an advance, march, charge, or pursue move, which, just as before, meant he's most likely getting a -1 for moving instead of the spell. Or not able to shoot at all.
Not shoot at all if it's a war machine.
If it's a war machine. Although some war machines now have move and shoot, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Which is kind of odd, but...
You do. Especially if you're Vermin Swarm.
So, Swarm of Insects, very nice spell.
Always liked it.
Yep, 5d6. You're just going for 6s, so it's just annoying.
And sometimes you get lucky and zap a war machine with one set of dice.
You can.
Yep, seen it happen. Brings us to number 3 spell, the Savage Furies. This has also got a nice little...
it does have some nice names.
Nice names. 5 to cast base version up to 9. 8 to cast a boosted version up to 18. It's universal. It lasts one turn. The target gains Frenzy and Battle Focus. And with the new Frenzy rules, even though you had the Battle Focus, I think it's a bit of a nerf to this. I think it's going to be more of a hex than it's going to be an augment.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Yeah. Frenzy's pretty... Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into that some other point.
Yes.
Anyway, Chilling Howl. Cast on a 6. Boosted version is a 10. Range 36. It's a hex. Lasts one turn. On the base spell, all units within 6 inches of the target of the spell when cast suffer a -1 to wound on their shooting attacks. If you cast it on the boosted version, it's all units within 12 of the target when it's cast suffer a -1 on their on their ranged attacks, which includes spell effects.
Yes.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm a fan of this one, especially the spell effects. Now that it includes spell effects, is really good.
Yeah, the other one was an aura before, right?
It was a defensive aura.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone within 12 inches took a mind. You had to. The old one used to be an augment where you cast it on your own unit.
Right.
And the base spell was always kind of sketchy because you cast it on one unit, he shot at the other one.
Right.
You could do the aura before, and it made everyone within 12 inches -1 to be wounded, which was really nice.
Yeah.
But of course, you pick a target on the other opponent's side, That's a 24-inch bubble up to, maybe even bigger if it's a wide unit, of guys that are going to get the -1 to hit against no matter who they shoot at. So it's kind of a trade-off. I think the aura may have been better before.
I think the aura was better, but clearly the base spell here is better.
Well, the boosted, including spell effects, puts it over the top for me. I like it.
You know, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to what you're trying to do, because it can be a big deal for a -1 wound modifier on magic missiles.
Correct.
So yeah. Brings us to one of my personal favorites, the Totemic Summon. Base casting is 10. Boosted is a 12. I think it's a little easier. Range is 96 for the really big table. Type is ground. It's instant. Summon a beast. Summon a totemic beast. The profile is below. It must be placed within 1 inch of the board edge or 10 inches if it is the boosted version.
And your profile below is what it used to be.
Yes, I haven't seen a boosted version. But anyway, and it is a beast. It's a large. It's a beast, 40 by 40, still 3d6, still discipline 7. Fearless, which is the new immune psychology. Random movement, 3d6, the same. 3 hit points. Defensive skill, 3. 5 resilience, old toughness. 4 attacks. Offensive skill, 3. Strength 5, AP 2. Agility 3, and still got its breath attacks. Strength 3.
Yeah. I've seen the 10-inch used to get it within breath weapon range when it comes out.
Okay.
It's the only time I see the 10-inch used.
Yeah. A few times I've gotten them off. It's been against war machines, and they've always been close to the board.
Although I think you'll see the boosted version a little bit more now that it's only 2 difference. It used to be 3 difference.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think you might see it a little bit more just to get the guy in on something.
Yeah. Especially playing against a mobile opponent.
Right.
But yeah, I think this is a free. Best of all, it's free.
It's free, and they've got to deal with it, and it gives them no points.
And it gives them no points, and it's a nice little gribbly that
it is.
I have armies that I wish I could have this guy just to. It's something that I would pay points for.
Yes.
So yeah, like it.
Brings us to number 6, Break the Spirit. This casts on an 8 with an 18-inch range, or you can boost it to an 11 and get a 36-inch range. It's a hex. It lasts 1 turn. The target suffers a -1 to hit modifier and treats all terrain, including open terrain, as dangerous terrain 2. This has always been a very good spell. Very good spell. I mean, to the point where, it's worth, you throw 4 dice you got to throw 4 dice at it, but you throw 4 dice at this spell, and the guy's unit's not marching.
Right.
He'll hesitate to charge.
Yes.
So very
and even
nice.
with the 8 and less dice, the -1 to hit is often very helpful.
Yes. Well, early in the game you can thump the guys way away from you.
Well, you're trying to march, you're trying to do dangerous terrain, stop them from charging you, etc. But I said, even when you got later on, when things get close.
Yeah. Now it's only an 8.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yep. The Shamanism gets a thumbs up for me.
Like this path before, still like it.
Yep.
Best of all, the Totemic Beast is free.
It's a free monster.
And when we played our mega game, I got 5 of them.
You were cheating some newbie.
He was worried about other spells. He was letting that one go through.
I don't know. I think you were abusing that poor guy.
I was.
I think we needed somebody down there to keep an eye on that, see what was going on down there. Anyway, that's going to do it for Shamanism.
Till next time.
Thanks for listening.